Okay, we are August the 16th, 1982. At 1400 hours would be 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And we are coming to you from the Paris Observatory in France. And you see France right under that, but I'm shooting straight out of the observatory there. And this sweet little program right here comes from there. So you gotta love that. They're the ones who gave us this fine work. Alright, so we are in Paris at the observatory. And your sign, you are a Leo. August the 16th of a Leo, just coming into Leo. So you were probably already a Leo, but you thought you were at the other end of it, when you're at this end of it. There with Regulus, and Mercury is with you. Mercury, of course, rules Venus. So, and this is the house of the sun. So your sun in Leo, in its own house, and which is good for the sun. That makes you very powerful, and it's at the left feminine paw and right under the mouth of the lion. So you should have some power there. Venus over here in Cancer. And here's another one of these. You were born at 10 a.m., so the moon's coming up over your ecliptic. About that time in the morning, let's drag this over here. Because this will be the several ones I've done today. Yeah, there's that other, just a sliver, because it's just coming up over the ecliptic. But as the sun rises about noontime, you'll have that egg moon in the sky the day you were born. This is another repeating pattern I'm starting to see. But this is my first one where Leo, when the sun is actually in your house. Okay, we've got the sun, Venus, Mercury, and the moon. Let's go find Mars. Mars in Virgo, Jupiter in Virgo, Saturn in Virgo. What you want to bet? Pluto's in Virgo. You're fixing to be eat up with this. Because this pattern right here is going to repeat in 2020. Just saw that on a chart for 1960. And they do it about every 19 years. These two meet up. And they have met in your house, on your birth, in mutable earth, and they with Mars, and they are going to be in your house in cardinal earth with a similar lineup here in the year 2020. Let's go ahead and throw Pluto in this mix. Yep. And Pluto's sitting right between them, and you've already got the trine. Right? Now myself, I loved 1982. That was one of the best years of my life. I actually loved it. I lived in Houston, Texas at the time, and wished I was in Paris. But very nice positioning for Pluto here. But you got 3 masculine, 4 masculine planets in a feminine mutable earth sign that's going to culminate for you in cardinal earth in 2020. So another chart with a lot of earth going on. Let's go find Uranus and Neptune here. And then we'll see if we can save some time to look at this in the Arabic, because it is the French who gave us the Arabic. They're the ones who, the Latins didn't want to let us have it, so the French were kind enough to do it for us. Okay, Uranus. Let me pop this little star right here and see if they're going to call that Libra, or they're going to call that, can you do it for me? Here, let me pop out. Let me get off that star. Okay, that one is in Scorpio, but I need this one. That is Uranus. Go away again. And give me this one. It keeps jumping back to Uranus. Let me take the one above it. And that'll tell me. Okay, Libra. They're calling this Libra. Of course, this used to be an eagle. It's 2 claws, and this was the serpent in the claws of the eagle. And now the sun is traveling way up here into Ophiuchus. Well, this used to be a big old eagle down here. And this serpent went up through here. You will find that today on the flag of Mexico. The eagle carrying the snake in its claws. But Julius Caesar and the Greco-Romans gave us this piece. The Greeks gave us this piece. And this came from the Persians. I'm sure that Caesar done this. He took the eagle away, which he always screamed, "I want my eagle back," and replaced it with a balance to try to stabilize the calendar. This is actually where the calendar got locked and why we're having to go back and redo this. Let's go find, okay, we got all the planets. You got Neptune over here in Ophiuchus. Well, there's just no way around that now. There is no information for Ophiuchus right now. They've just brought this sign down. I'm going to do a video on it when I get through with all these charts, but I'm not well that informed. Scorpio is a water sign, but they're going to call Ophiuchus ether, the 5th element. And we've had several discussions about that around here with what all's going on. But it's your mutable earth, and you seem to be running from Ophiuchus around to, you're running from high noon at the summer solstice towards the winter solstice. You're stuck on one part of the sky. And pretty much most of the stars are out in the heavens. Your Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto all came up over the ecliptic, and we're getting ready to, head down the other side when Mercury, your sun is at 10 o'clock. Your Mercury is about 12 o'clock. You're looking at Saturn at 2 o'clock, Jupiter at 3 o'clock, Mars at 3:30, Pluto at 2:30 in the afternoon. So all of these are in the sky for you the day you were born. So all of your planets are in play. Even Venus coming up over is in the sky, and the moon is just coming in, and you'll have a day moon. So everything for you, everything is in the sky. Your moon is in Gemini. You need to look that up. Actually, you need to look up a new moon in Gemini, Venus in Cancer, the sun in Leo, Mercury in Leo. Find out what you can about Saturn and Jupiter and mutable Earth. And Mars is closer to Jupiter, which is better for you, because if Mars was over here next to Saturn, whoa, right? So this is like when Mars is your thumb and Jupiter is your forefinger, your index finger. So it's like saying, okay, okay. But then you got Pluto buried right here, which is the back part of your mind, the id, your unconscious mind, your subconscious. When your moon over here, let me spread this out a little bit. Let me see if I can pull this down. That was too far. Let me back up a little bit more so we can get everybody in the picture. Because your moon over here is your conscious mind. And your conscious mind's going to be traveling with the sun the day you were born. So there's a big battle right there between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. And you got a standoff again between Saturn and Jupiter. This will play out again in 2020. You will see Mercury and the sun together and Saturn and Jupiter together. But they're going to do it in Sagittarius and in Capricorn, cardinal Earth, with Pluto right there with them. So again, what happened on the day you were born is going to, a version of it will repeat in cardinal Earth instead of mutable Earth. Again, this ritual will, your birth ritual will complete in 2020. And the thing is, to do this shadow work right here, to use this Mars with Jupiter, going after that shadow work, because Saturn's there to make sure the job gets done. Saturn sets boundaries, restrictions, it rules government, Jupiter rules the state, and Mars rules the military. But Pluto is the mind, it's attached to the soul. It deals with intuition, it deals with symbology. Don't forget to go watch Jeffrey Green's Pluto, Evolutionary Journey of the Soul, because it's really all about this generation with Pluto and Virgo. And with you got Saturn, who rules cardinal Earth, and both of them are going to be in Capricorn with Jupiter come 2020. So you're going to see this manifest again. It takes Pluto 248 years to go all the way around the Zodiac. Depending on retrograde or not, it spends 14 to 30 years in one sign. So there's no way that everybody born can get this. But for our generations, for the people alive today, you're looking at from Cancer, Pluto in Cancer, all the way to 2020. So I'm going to put this one, this is in the 50s to 60s, 1950 through 1960s. Part of the 60s into the 70s and 80s. This ran a 30-year cycle through this sign, 30-year cycle through this sign, about a 15-year cycle through this sign, and it will culminate in 2020 for just half of the Zodiac, right? So this is what we're dealing with here, is what Pluto has to do with those who've been alive, our parents, our grandparents, right? Then we were born, and then it moved on into Libra, Scorpio. It's moving out of Sagittarius into Capricorn as we speak. It's making its trek over there and getting ready for these two to show up. Actually, all of this is going to show up in a slightly different arrangement, but you have this V thing going on again. Mercury is your pinky finger, the Sun is your ring finger, Saturn is your middle finger, and Jupiter is your index finger. So it's almost like live long and prosper. You got that gap between them like Spock does, right? You're going to see that same alignment occur more properly when it hits 2020. You're going to, let me pull it over here, you're going to see it happen right here. And you'll have the Sun and Mercury here, and you'll have Jupiter and Saturn here with Pluto. Now you have Vesta in your Capricorn, which is the Vestal Virgins. Does that ring a bell? And that's actually a little good luck for you where Capricorn is concerned. I'll throw that one in there for you. Let's take a look at your money, honey, while we got just a minute, and see what's going on there. Juno is the goddess of money. They give Saturn a bad rap. Saturn is government, restrictions, boundaries, discipline. He's the taskmaster. Okay. I don't even know what to say about this, because you've got Juno and Ophiuchus, and there's no way I can pull that one down into Scorpio. It's in an asteroid basis, but nonetheless, it's a pretty powerful player. So powerful that NASA named its probe to Jupiter Juno. So, and Jupiter's the church, so it's like money conquered the church, because they said Juno conquered Jupiter when they arrived there. Had a big party and celebrated it. So big magic here in Ophiuchus. I do have some videos coming up about Ophiuchus, what I can gather on it. But at this time, I just need to finish all of these videos. I wish I had more time to go through it. I feel like I'm ripping you guys off with just 15 minutes. But it's the best I can do for now. I hope this helped you. I'm willing to answer any questions or point you in the right direction.